Welcome to MSME Talk Show. Today we are visiting manufacturing plant of Saj Test Plant Private Limited. We will meet Mr. Prakash Jagtap ji. His journey has been inspirational. He started this company 56 years back and today they are global leader in test equipment manufacturing. Let's meet him and learn from his journey. Welcome to our MSME Talk Show, sir.
Okay.
This talk show is for celebrating MSMEs heroes, and I am sure today we are meeting one of those heroes and we are in front of you. So, your journey has been inspiring, sir. So, we just want to know, first of all, we want to celebrate this journey. We want to congratulate you for building this brand, and we want to know how you started and how was your entrepreneurial journey till now.
Okay. I had a school education in Pune. I'm born in Pune, educated in Pune, and at 8th standard I went to technical school where I started understanding engineering. And when I finished my mechanical engineering from College of Engineering Pune, during the school and college, I was trying to make the products myself.
Okay.
So, in the school I made some gadgets for my mother, like making butter out of buttermilk.
Okay.
I made the small air cooler. I made the small car, like repair of the car. And
During schooling only?
only not in the schooling, in the engineering. College. In the study of 8 to 11 and College of Engineering first year to final year. So I was involved in mechanical engineering right from the school days. So after passing out college, I did not go abroad but continue making my own products as an import substitution item in a garage. So that is how the first commercialization of my hobby or my passion for engineering converted into business.
So you started 56 years before?
31st of August 1969.
Fantastic.
I passed out in July and started in August.
Fantastic. So basically 56 years before you started, when I'm sure at that point of time, the startup ecosystem was not there. The required support for MSMEs was not there. So I'm sure that journey was very challenging for you. And I also came to know that you got a scholarship to go to US. 100% scholarship was there, but in spite of accepting that, you have chosen a difficult part, challenging part of being an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So how does this motivation came to you?
I followed that time the example of techno entrepreneurs like Mr. Salunki, who was running Accurate Engineering Company, making the gauges. Okay. He also started from scratch and started in a garage. So I followed him that there is no need to go abroad. We can start something of our own with the education I finished in engineering college. So that was a simple example I followed. There was no other motivation to become medium and large companies as such. It was just a motivation to make something of my own. That is, today I still own the company and still run the company.
Yes, it's very inspiring that still you are very active and you are fully in control of what you are doing. Like you are having a hectic schedule, I came to know. And so basically, sir, how you landed up into this test equipment manufacturing, dynamometers? How all it started?
Okay, the concept was to start something which is not made in the country. That is called that time as a import substitution.
Right.
Now it is called as Make in India.
Okay.
That time it was called as import
Import
substitution. So lot of things were imported in 60s, 50s basically from Europe, mainly from England. The products were imported in the country. India has not much foreign exchange available that time. So there used to be huge import duty as a disincentive for imports. Something like 140%, 200% was import duty. So I thought I should make something which is not made in the country, which has got a technical contribution. Like I had a passion to make my own design and manufacture machines in a study itself. So I took that as a base to ask local companies, what should I make which you are importing?
So your strong educational background contributed in it? Because I think you are passed out of COEP. It is one of the premier colleges,
Yeah.
engineering colleges.
Yeah.
So it helped you?
That time there were only 3 engineering colleges in whole of Maharashtra. Was Pvt Ltd, Pune and Aurangabad or Karad. The only 3 engineering colleges in Maharashtra that time. So admission was difficult, limited to few students. To get into engineering college was not that easy, but I could able to get because of my passion for engineering and my marks in subjects. I could able to get into engineering college. And it was not difficult, but it was not easy to become engineer that time.
I read in one of your interviews that Mr. Kirloskar has a great impact on your entrepreneurship journey.
Yeah.
Can you just give a brief
Yeah, so
describe?
one of the companies I visited in after decided to start my own industries, Kirloskar Engine, because it was close by. From my house it was only 5 kilometers. So when I went to Kirloskar Engine, I asked the question to purchase person that what capital equipment you are importing. He said there is a huge list. I cannot explain what we are importing lathes, we are importing test equipments, we are importing so many things. So what is that you are looking forward? I say I have no idea what import you are doing and how they are being used in your shop floor. Can I get an opportunity to see what machinery you are importing? So he guided me to maintenance department of Kirloskar Engine. And the maintenance person, first thing he said that we had difficulties in testing our engines.
Okay.
Can you make something in that area? Because we find difficulties in getting import license and also difficulties in getting spare part. So why don't you consider something to do with test equipment called dynamometer? So it was a suggestion from Kirloskar Engine that if you make good quality test equipment for our engines, it will be helpful. So there nothing further was available, information. I went to college library, find out what is the literature available or information available on dynamometer. There was only 1.5 page information in the text available in internal combustion engine design on dynamometer. So I read that and went to my head of the department that can you guide me? I was ex-student, but my head of the department was my professor. So I asked him, can you throw little more light
Your
on
curiosity.
what is this dynamometer means? He said that we have one imported dynamometer in our laboratory.
Okay.
Why don't you go and look at that machine and ask the concerned demonstrator how it functions. So I went and spent time with him. He said this machine is imported from England. It is 1945 made machine. And we are using it for so many years till 1969. We never opened it. We never serviced it. So you study this machine. If you want, we will open this machine and show it to you what internal parts are with the permission of head of the department. So he gave the permission. I opened the machine, studied the parts, and I said there's nothing which is not possible to make in India. So that confidence of studying that machine and confirming it is possible to make in India was a point of turning. Then I decided to find out who makes dynamiters in the world. England who makes dynamometer, Germany who makes dynamometer, America who makes dynamometer. I made a global survey by visiting consulates.
So you are the first in India making this?
I'm the first person.
You're the first person.
So I went to consulate, taken the address from their they call it yellow pages. Who are the dynamometer manufacturers in their country? Note down the names because there was no Xerox machine. There was no copying machine, so I had to write down physically the addresses from the
very inspiring, sir, because
blue book and then that yellow book, and then wrote to all of them about my desire to make dynamometers in the country.
Fantastic, fantastic.
It took 3 months to get the reply.
No Google, no internet,
No Google, no
but you were able to do it.
I was able to pursue and get the information and then go back to Kirloskar Engine within 3 months saying that these are the choices available.
Fantastic.
That which one you would like to select. So he said that I am studying it first time. We never done it before. You brought choice of 3 designs. So we will prefer the one which is already available in the country. So fortunately there were some fraud dynamometers under use in places like Cooper, Ruston, Hornby, Mahindra. These machines were already in use, but they were not supported. So I took opportunity to collect such one small machine of 5 horsepower, rebuilt like I built a car in my college days. Same route. Open it, study it, understand the principle, and make sure that the machine works. So I made the second-hand machine to work or unrepaired machine to work properly. So that took me 700 rupees remuneration for doing the repair. But entire technology of dynamometer, how it works, technically was much more known to me than anybody else in the country. So they say, why don't you make it? If you can repair, and if you can make it, we will buy from you. So first order for 4 dynamometers came in a garage.
Inspiring. Inspiring.
So I made those machines work, and then there was a queue of big companies coming to my garage. I was in a garage. Mahindra was big company, Ruston Hornby was a big company, Kirloskars were big, Escorts were big, Cooper Engineering were big. So they said that if you can make one machine work, why don't you enhance the size? So within 10 years I made 2000 horsepower machine, following the same principle. But later on I made my own designs. I created an organization. From garage I went to the 1200 square foot rental premises, created structure of sales, design, finance, and service. So these were the activities I covered under a small team of people and trained them along with me. I was to work 18 hours per day.
Fantastic. So sir, 56 years down the line, sitting here at your head office, how you feel? Means, are you satisfied?
I am fully satisfied because I have no other passion. Why I come even today? Because I don't drink, I don't go to 5-star. I like to travel, but nowadays I don't travel much. I like to meet the customers. Most of them come here. Whenever they come, they talk to me with their problems. And whatever I know, I try to see that problems are addressed properly.
And now, since your next generation is also into business,
Yeah.
Rujuta ji, we met Rujuta ji and she's also contributing. So how you rate, how the next generation is taking it ahead, how you...
They are actually participating because this is not small company by way of function. By way of function, we are handling high-tech solutions. Like
Right.
a small diesel engine, now we test aircraft engines. We test large marine engines. We test turbines. Our customers spread not only in India but all over the world. So to address their issues, like we are a small company addressing the large companies' critical issues.
Right.
So we need to have a team of 120 people, out of which 50 engineers are there, and all of them are focused in engine, vehicle and transmission solutions only. Then customer puts on adding their expectations. So we have to keep on struggling to satisfy them. It's not easy. I made more than 6,000 equipments in 55 years.
Congratulations.
From 1 kilowatt to now we are working on 13,400 kilowatt. So those solutions is not one man team. It's a consistent effort and it is multi-facilitated efforts. You require to talk to customer. You require to understand their requirements, convert them into commercial proposition, convert commercial proposition into the order, make sure that we design, build, install the system which will solve their problems. So there are n number of variables which we have to satisfy by putting in relatively large amount of technical effort. So technical team is dominant, but only technical team cannot work. You need a marketing team.
Right,
You
you need
require
complete system.
finance. You require, so many disciplines are required. So team like techno-commercial team is built by the company so that we are on the not only technical path but also commercial path. We are successful. To retain success for a long time is not easy.
So sir, you have achieved a lot, and what are your future plans? Means where you want to take it ahead?
This industry which we selected is not something which is very large in a global perspective. America do not make generators more than 3,000 horsepower.
Okay.
We are making up to now 9,000 and 18,000 horsepower. So not that America doesn't have capabilities, but they find this market is not sustainable development from American perspective. Europeans were doing it because they invented. Many of the European companies do not exist.
How you see the future then?
So problem is there is a limitation of size of the business, whereas technology depth is very high. So there are not many takers. So we are not in loss, but we are also growing as much as we should. So we are trying to get into either forward integration. That means create test facilities for customer instead of working for test facilities with the customer. So we have plans to create test facilities that customer can offload some of the work and we undertake that contract testing. We can undertake larger role in creating test facilities like project management. So they would like to not only have loading device and measurement, but they would like to have engine services, dynamometer services, handling services, etc., etc. So it is a much larger scope where experience is required and first time right solutions are required, particularly when you run high speed turbines. you require a very, very high reliability of the equipment and repeatability of the equipment. So we keep working. So we are satisfied with the challenges we are receiving, but it is not the plan to grow, but make customers more satisfied with their current requirements. Current
That is
requirements
also
are
a
different.
great vision that you want to be most customer centric.
Yeah.
And depending on the customer requirement, obviously you can keep on adding services
Yeah.
like forward integration you are planning.
Yeah.
So, sir, your journey has been inspiring, and I am sure a lot of technical stuff today for our audience. So, just want to know if you can give some advice and to our MSME entrepreneurs listening to this podcast, and what they should implement, so that they can be as successful as you are.
Yeah. First thing is, if it is technical entrepreneur, I mean, I'm focusing advice to technical entrepreneur, then he should learn finance. The engineers normally have either
Well, it's
disliking.
a statement. The technical engineers should learn finance.
They must learn, must not. If they learn is not enough, must learn. Otherwise, you can make commercial mistakes, and commercial mistakes are not recoverable. So, you as a finance
Yes.
field, if you don't understand cash flow, if you don't understand profit and loss account, if you do not understand return on investment, and what is the one which is commercially viable, technical viability alone is not enough to be successful.
Maybe you can be passionate enough because of your technical expertise, but that commercial expertise is also required.
Another thing, you have to be very close to the customer in translating their requirements into deliverables. If you are good at that, marketing, actually you should be good in marketing, you should be good in selling, you should be good in designing, you should be good in production, you should be good in after sales service, and you should be good in finance. All these functions are equally important. Nothing is less important. We as an engineer try to focus more on technology, did not bother about finance. That's an area where you have to strike a balance.
Great, sir. So thanks for your time. I'm sure our audience will learn a lot from your journey. Your journey has been inspiring. Congratulations once again and best wishes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.